Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Wilson. I'm a singer-songwriter in San Antonio, Texas. Been writing songs since 1968. It's my 174th CD. I also do educational videos. I'm 69 years old. I've been around a long, long time. I've done a lot of investments. One lost, never went bankrupt. Okay, I want to just share my experiences. Two things I downfalls that I had to overcome was no one is being too generous, over generous, and lending so-called friends money, which I lost a lot of money, but I worked hard to pay the loans and everything that I got trying to help people. And second was about too much real estate. I bought 23 properties in my life by myself, no mommy, no daddy. My name's on the dotted line, but I bought 10 ranches, but I bought a lot of rental property, and found out it's hard. I manage a duplex now. I manage two hunting ranches right now, but it's hard. So okay, let's talk about single first. Single, if you're single, first of all, I do not recommend credit cards to no one. I heard one time, and I believe it, if you borrow $5,000 on a credit card and pay minimal payment, you could pay up to 30 years on it. Credit cards, if you don't have the money, don't buy it. I understand you have to buy like a new vehicle or a home. You have to buy on finances, but uh, most people in the world do not know how to manage money. They're in credit card debt, and I don't have no credit cards. No credit cards at all. I speak from experience in San Antonio, Texas. I've been here all my life. I'm with Credit Human for 15 years. We have ups and downs, but I mean, it's the best. I mean, let me explain it to you. Say that you get $10,000 and you put it into a CD for 10 years. It doesn't pay very much, 2 or 3%, but you don't lose. Now, within that 10 years, you can borrow against it. You could borrow if you just got that, and it's a 10-year note like mine, it's a CD. You can borrow against it $10,000 and make your payments. Make your payments on it because your money is collateral. Okay, the credit union, they only charge you 3% over the interest they're paying you. So they're paying you 2%, and your loan pays 3%. So you're only paying 1% for the loan. I've done this. I got myself out of a lot of things. I paid off a lot of stuff by doing that. Banks, I don't recommend banks at all. Banks are for profit for the bank. Credit unions are for the people, but Credit Human in San Antonio you can do these CDs and stuff. I have a lot of CDs, and that's where I paid off properties and vehicles and all kinds of stuff because it's just cheaper. And okay, now when you're married, let's talk about San Antonio and the state of Texas. This is a community property. I think everyone who wants to get married or have their partner or whatever is great. Love is a great thing, but you got to be careful. When you do a joint checking account and your partner or the person you're married to can wipe your thing out. My friend, they were married. He got married, had a wife and a child. They were having problems in a joint checking account. He came home. She didn't have much in the account, but she wiped out the whole account, grabbed the baby, and took off to New York. That's how he found out he got divorced. Everything's community property. If one person, say, I know with lawyers and everything's may backlash this, but what I understand, if you're married for 20 years, and say one of the persons or one of the partners, whatever, worked and the other person was disabled, okay, so the person who's working put $100,000 in the bank and bought $100,000 house, and the partner didn't do anything because they're disabled. And you come home and your partner or the person you're married to is in bed with your best friend. You get a divorce, you're gonna have to either give them the $100,000 in the bank or the home. That's why most divorces do not go easy. Now I heard it's 50%. 50% of marriages go under at 5 years or less. It's hard, you know. If you're a lot of people stay with their partner because it's cheaper to keep them, cheaper to keep them because they don't want to lose half their stuff, or you see on the news where things really bad happen to their spouse. Sometimes they're usually very bitter and everything. But I think everybody who loves each other, if they want to get married, that's fine. But you have to have a joint checking account, 50% of everything, and you have to understand that. Now, let's talk about divorce. If you get a divorce, you lost half your stuff, you're angry, you're bitter, forgive everybody. You're better off if you forgive everybody and start over. I mean, nobody wants to lose $100,000. I'll give an example. This couple was married 30 years. They're worth $1 million. He had an affair with a woman. Okay, so the wife saw the girlfriend driving her vehicle. So she went down the freeway trying to stop her, but the husband was on a motorcycle. He got in the way and he got killed. So they put the wife in prison, and now the girlfriend is suing the wife for harassment. Texas laws, all kinds of laws are crazy. So the basic thing on this to know is if you're single, stay away from credit cards. If you're going to buy a property and you have your name, make sure about taxes, all that stuff. If you're married, especially in the state of Texas, everything's community property. You got, and if you get a divorce and you lose half your stuff and you have to start over, you chose to get married. Nobody's twisted your arm. Well, that's about all I can say about that. Scammers, these get rich quick things. I've been in real estate for 46 years, and this buy property with no money down. I bought 23 properties. I never bought a property with no money down. I done 22 owner finance where I paid them $2,000, $3,000 down. I took over finance, but some of these things online about no money down, they're scammers. They don't tell you the truth, or you get these scammers who are out of prison and you invest $100,000, you lose it. I'm conservative. I've taken my losses, lending to people, buying too much real estate. I worked harder. I never went bankrupt, and I'm more conservative. So I'm making this video for the conservative people who don't want to lose. The get-rich-quick people, I don't know what you're going to do. I watch American Greed, and it amazes me how intelligent people gave $1 million to a con artist because they were getting a 25% return for a year, and kind of find out they took all their money. There was one guy, one of my favorite stories, I'm going to share with you. These two guys got this thing together, and they had this company. It was worldwide. Oh, they're worldwide. And a Ponzi scheme, and they got their family involved and everything. And when it went south, he went to Canada, and the prosecutors, FBI, was expecting to get some money back. Guess how much money they found in his mattress in Canada? 20 million American dollars from the scam. So these crooks never win. If you're honest, you don't need a good memory. Something happened 25 years ago. I watched a lot of cold case files, and there's people who murdered somebody 25 years ago. They change their stories, but the cops have all this stuff. They have the cell phone. They know where your cell phone pings are, DNA. They interview these people that are still alive, and they're not afraid to talk after 15, 20 years, whatever. So, life is funny, man. Well, I'm just Bob Wilson. I'm just sharing my knowledge with the world. Bob Wilson Nation, peace out.